BookTube-A-Thon Day 4 has here. So today's challenge was to take 3 different book titles and put them into a short story. Well, I don't write short stories. I really don't. Even when I had to for school in high school, they were always part of a series that made up something much larger than a short story. Because I don't do them. I don't. However, I am a writer. Down below is links to my Figment page where you can read everything. But I am writing this story. It's a sci-fi story about this guy, Glenn. He has like no freedom, he has no will to live almost. And then he had a dream. And the next day he was drawn in by this princess who was asking the same question to every human slave. And he's a human slave, and he's been told if you answer that question, it could kill you. You could be killed. You could be tortured. Your family could be tortured. People you care about could be tortured or killed. Your family could be killed. I mean, the consequences were huge. Just don't answer the question. Nothing happened to you if you didn't answer it, or if you said, I don't know. Nothing happened to you, and she was so used to it. But the dream reminded him that he did know, and he needed to say something, and he did it. And so it's called Glenn's Story. This is the 5th chapter. I just posted it. It's like 2 in the morning, so I posted it about 11:30 in the morning. It is draft 1. I only post my rough drafts online. It's on Figment where you can't copy or paste anything. Just hoping the angle's the same, my camera died. There is technically ways for you to steal my stuff. Don't try it. I have a ton of backups and stuff. I have like everything. I could totally sue your ass in court and win. But links to read it down below, and in case you're like, but we can't read chapter 5 without reading the other 4, that kind of defeats the purpose of a short story versus a novel, right? Right? Wrong. This was the original 1st chapter. This was the original prologue. Then I realized it was way too big and I changed it to a 2-tone story. This is about 9 years before chapter 1, or before the prologue and chapter 1, okay? So it's like 9 years previous leading up to what happened, why he was where he is and the whole situation. Never tried it before. Here's hoping it looks good. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. It is frickin' 5 pages. This video would go on forever. But I'm going to read you the end part. And if you don't want to know, you just want to read it for yourself, go right on down below. Oh, the books I chose to add in is Margaret Peterson Haddock's Among the Enemy. This is book 6 of the Shadow Children series, which is a dystopian series back before dystopians were created. In case you didn't know, the genre was not actually there until the Hunger Games. It's like 10, 15 years older than the Hunger Games. It's the only one until Divergent that I liked or read. Next I chose The Time Paradox, Artemis Fowl, Book 6 by Ian Colfer. I didn't use The Time Paradox. The is in the story a lot. Time Paradox, however, was put together, and I didn't have a way to use The Time Paradox. I can't say that. It's close enough. And the last one is Winds of Fury by Mercedes Lackey. This is book 3 of the Mage Winds trilogy. I haven't read the first 2, I haven't read this, I've read the other 2, but this is the only one I haven't read. Alright, so let me just read till the last end for all y'all too lazy to hear it. The rest of the long drive to school was mostly silent, at least between the 3 boys. The rest of the bus was noisier than normal, for it was a Monday morning early bus. Normally everyone was half asleep, if not completely asleep, but now everyone's awake and chatting. It really reminded Glenn of that morning years ago when the U.S. found itself at war with a nation practically no one had heard of because some psychopaths decided to fly some planes into some buildings. No one focused all day, and some kids didn't show up at all. The half-empty bus had even more space than usual. It was like a time paradox. One done. Glenn only spoke to Sophie, that's his little sister, telling her goodbye. Her reply was, I go among the enemy. Overly dramatic 13-year-olds for the win. Have fun with that, Glenn said, trying not to crack up like Aaron, Amber, or Pete, his friends. Once they reached the school, most of the students gathered in groups, watching videos on their cells and talking in low, worried voices. Glenn gripped his backpack straps and moved through the crowd to his homeroom. Because he had to put the twins to bed the night before, he hadn't had much time to do his homework and was hoping to get first and second period out of the way before class started. It didn't help that winds of fury whipped up all the trash that 3,000 students had left over the past year. Ha ha ha, number 3. Homeroom was packed, everyone staring at their devices, including Mrs. Britton. The first and second bells were almost ignored until the weirdest thing ever happened. The TV turned on automatically, and it wasn't plugged in. You like that? You like that? This is, again, the very end of it says 5th entry right here, when it all started, chapter 5. Counting the prologue, that's the 6th chapter I've written in the series. Linked to Figment down below. I have lots of poems on there. I have a witch fanfic on there. I don't know if I'll continue it. I don't know. I feel kind of old trying. And then I also have the prologues, there's 2, of Star Warriors Warrior, because I'm pulling it down. It's done. So yeah, there's my challenge. As for an update, for day 3, I was going to try to read all 422 pages of Trickster's Choice by Tamora Pierce. I only got 157 pages in. I was worried this would happen, but Tamora Pierce is a little harder. It's not as fast to read as Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This is more complex. The world building's even harder. But this Tamora Pierce, you can breeze through her super short books, but once you start getting to books this thick, Squire, Lady Knight, this duology, and the Becca Cooper trilogy, it's harder to read them. They're not quite so quick. It's not happening. But I do have time. My total for the whole week is 1,049 pages. I did pretty damn well. By the second day, I had more than doubled #a-year-a-thon. So this is pretty good. I think I'm in a slowing down part. I will try to keep up with this. You know, it is gripping. In case you can't see all 5 tabs on this thing, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm laughing a lot. I love the characters. And there's just this one quote that I love. Everybody needs heroes, Allie. Dove added. Everybody. Even grown women. Even slaves. I love that. Everybody needs a hero, even grown women. I just love that. It's a really good book. I definitely recommend it. I will be having a book talk up about this and its sequel. Expect that to come one Friday someday in the future. It is the middle of the night. I am going to take my hair down and take off this jewelry and stop having a bright light in my face, read some more, and just relax until I crash. Alright, please subscribe to see more. This is day 4. I still have 3 more videos to do. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye! Hey guys, BookTube-A-Thon day. What day is it? 4! And I may be uploading another video in case today's challenge to win a free book, the giveaway challenge, I actually want to enter. I haven't entered any of the previous ones because they just haven't appealed to me. Those aren't books I want. I'm picky. Okay, I'm not all that picky. I just want 500 other books, just not those 3. Alright. So there is